depression, as you know, is where people get down the dumps and that's it. So we would call that unipolar, one direction. It goes down and it's down. Whereas bipolar disorder, we're more talking about a type of mood which goes down, but you can always also go up and get that euphoric sort of feeling. And we call that kind of a mania. Sometimes people might get some pretty odd ideas about themselves as well. Start to think that they're maybe a bit special. Start to think that perhaps they might have some special powers. Have you ever experienced anything like that?
I do feel like sometimes I'm special, or like I'm different, or I have powers. Or another thing is I'm very religious.
Right.
And there was a stage through my life where when I got expelled and I went to St. John's, I was still smoking pot and that, but for a while I stopped, and I started going to church a lot, and I started following God, and like I was doing really well, just getting into it, and starting my rap started being raps about preaching the Bible and stuff like that. But then after 2 years, when I met this girl that gave me the pills and all that and got me on that stage, I was sort of aware that like, I don't know if you're religious or anything, but when you're really religious and you start doing bad things, you're aware that you're sinning. Now when you're aware that you're sinning, you either go and you ask for forgiveness, or you say, you know what, I'm just going to sin, and I'm gonna get rid of God's grace that He gives me, the Holy Spirit that He gives me, and I'm gonna take the devil's power for now. Even I know that it's gonna come back around because the devil's never gonna he's gonna give me what I want, but then he's gonna take it away from me so bad, along with a chunk of my life, But I didn't care because I was really in love at that time with that girl, and just because of the pot and pills and that, and not only that, I felt all this power like just come to me, like the devil was in me, and I felt really possessed, and I felt like there were demons around me. And I felt like this until 2 weeks ago, where I came out of detox and I've been clean. Now I feel like I'm all for God. I've been praying a lot, but that whole stage from 18 to 20, I felt like there was demons around me. I felt like I was possessed. When I look in the mirror, sometimes I'd see a ghost. I'd see my face really pale, especially when I was on ice. I'd see my face morph into like a monster. The way I refer to my life is not only just with this bipolar sort of medical treatment, but as in a spiritual side,
sense,
that there is demons out to get me, to lead me somewhere, to take my life, and like it's really evil things out there, So I feel like I'm aware of another world that people aren't aware of, I can see things I can read people's minds, I can see what they're about to do. I can look at a person and know exactly what type of person they are.
Is that there now?
Yeah, even now I can read people's minds. I can look in someone and say, that's that type of person, that's that type of person. I know who's around me, I know what I can just tell,
Are we talking about an intuitive sense that you kind of can read people, you kind of know who to trust and who not to trust? Or are you talking about actual detail where you could actually sort of read someone's mind and know what they're thinking to the word,
Yeah, like know what they're thinking to the word just by the way they look at me.
By the way they look at me.
I can not only what they're thinking, but where they're from, what kind of person they are, how they act.
Do those thoughts have any sort of pattern? Do they tend to be towards, like the other day you were talking about feeling anxious and maybe a little bit paranoid that something really bad might be going to happen, that someone might be after you, and that's got, potentially it's got some reality base, because there could be some people after you, like, other members of local gangs or something, we don't know. But I mean, these thoughts that you have about being able to read other people's minds, are they normally more negative things like that, or could they be positive things about people as well? Both. Okay. What about other things that your mind might be able to do, or tricks that your brain might play on you at times, like perhaps hearing things that don't seem to be real, or seeing things that don't seem to be necessarily real? Do you ever experience anything like that?
At night time, if I think about this devil God sort of thing a lot, then yeah, I can make myself. I can see something if I want to see it. If I feel possessed, if I've sinned, if I've done bad things,
Yep.
I'm gonna feel that there is someone in my room. There's something in my room.
Right.
I'm gonna feel like I'm sleeping with demons. I'm gonna feel like my room is darker than it usually is at night. If I'm doing good, I feel like, all right, when I feel like I'm doing good and God's on my side, my life feels hard and it feels like I can't sleep, and it feels like I'm copying it for all the bad things I've done. But at least I'm forgiven, and at least I'm doing it hard. But when I've done a lot of bad things, then when I'm trying to sleep, I can sleep alright, I can sleep alright, but I have to sleep knowing that I'm sleeping with like demons, with evil spirits in my room, but I can still sleep alright. Kind of hard to explain, but that's just some things that run through my mind.
How long have those things been running through your mind? Ever since as long as you can remember?
16.